Hi, and welcome back to Puro Plur. My name is Grecia, and I am your host for this podcast. Today, we are unpacking a story of intense, double live, high fashion, and raw cultural legacies. Diving deep into Mexico's premier electronic export, Tom&Collins. First off, if you think you're looking at a guy named Tom, and if you think you're looking at a guy named Collins, completely wrong. Their real names are Juan Pablo Escudero and Jorge Corral. Their origin story doesn't even start in Mexico, actually. It goes way back from the time they were teenagers. They met at a high school student exchange program in Paris, France. Back home in Mexico City around 2012, they started spinning together and desperately needed a name. That solution came from an unlikely place. They shared their love for the gin cocktails, specifically the Tom Collins. So, as a total inside joke, they split the name right down the middle and the moniker stuck. What started as a casual joke quickly evolved into a massive cultural movement. It changed the game. But to understand why this duo is so lethal, you have to look at them independently because they bring completely opposite contrasting energies to the table. Starting with Juan Pablo Escudero, in the inner circles of the industry, Juan Pablo is known as the meticulous studio perfectionist. He is deeply involved with the technical side of the music production and sound designs. Before they blew up, he was the one grinding away at formal audio engineered classes. He is very calculated, intensely focused, and serves as a technical anchor for their music. Now we look at Jorge Corral. Jorge is the ultimate creative visionary. He has an incredible eye for direction, for fashion, for visual storytelling. He is the energetic heartbeat of the brand. On stage, he brings this infectious, magnetic energy, constantly reading the dance floor like an open book. The balance of pristine branding and high-end visual styles lead into everything they do. They operate on a different level than your average DJ, so much so that YSL handpicked them to be international faces of their fragrance campaign. But even with that insane high fashion validation, the come up was a brutal, exhausting grind. In the early 2010s in Mexico City, the nightlife was dominated by imported European EDM. Nobody wanted to book two local guys making groovy underground tech house. The true catalyst happened when they lined up their first gig at a brand new club in Roma neighborhood of Mexico City right after its grand opening. They threw down a completely improvised high energy set that blew the owner away so much that he had them return the following night. That 48-hour marathon was the official birth of tom&collins. Their breaking point moment happened in 2014 when Insomniac brought the very first EDC Mexico to that country. They went on that stage and they proved that homegrown Mexican DJs could command a festival crowd just as well as any European headliner. That single set lit the spark for their entire international career. They started dropping tracks like Give Me One Reason, Glad I Came, and Tambores. Their sound grew so much and transcended the rave community, landing them high-profile crossover concerts, billing along urban superstars like J Balvin. They made history by becoming the first ever Mexican duo to break into the prestigious DJ Mag Top 100, landing them at number 71. They also launched their own record label, Terms and Conditions Records, releasing over 120 tracks to mentor and lift up the next generation of Latin American bedroom producers. But the absolute latest news is that Tom and Collins have outgrown traditional EDM style world. They rebooted their act and their label, rebuilding their visual style around alebrijes, those colorful Mexican folk art creatures traditionally carved from wood. They swapped out the synthetic computer bleeps for real instruments. Instead of chasing stadiums, they have now transitioned and pivoted to exclusive, deeply intimate artisanal club experiences. They have been hosting boutique showcase events in historic spaces like Museo Anahuacalli. These venues are lit entirely by hundreds of candles, and the stages are decorated using handmade Mexican craftsmanship. They are literally turning the modern rave back into a spiritual cultural ritual, which is crazy. And so there you have it. There's a sneak peek into the incredible world of Tom and Collins. They are proof that staying true to your roots can completely reshape global dance culture. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. My name is Grecia, and I am your host here at Puro Plur. Make sure to like or subscribe on whatever platform you are listening on. That's all I have for you guys today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.